There's a place I know cool cats can go. At Capaul's Corner. The hippest joint that gets to the point. At Capal's Corner. Hop on in. Tops down and radio tuned in. Race you there. In my Cadillac with my slicked back jet black hair. It's Saturday night, the viewing's just right. At Capal's Corner. Chatting about the stuff that we like. Ooh.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of Capaul's Corner. I'm your host, Hot August Benny Capaul, and this is the August edition of Capaul's Corner. Wave out there to the crowd, please. Thank you. Thank you. Today we have an awesome identical twin, correct? Identical? Because if you're fraternal, you don't count. So if you're identical twins, we got Amy and Beth. Amy, on the right here, we have Beth named, really she goes by Lizzie. She Elizabeth, but she goes by Lizzie McGuire because her parents named her after Lizzie McGuire, the great show at Disney. Amy has a boring name, so it's just Amy. So, anyways,
You
thank you
forgot
for
my
being on.
nickname, but okay.
Amy Mo, something like that? Amy Mo.
Yeah, good job.
Amy Mo. We went to high school together. Anyways, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having
being
us. It's Jinx.
Okay, it's getting weird already. Perfect. And as you know, America, I'm also an identical twin. My twin is obviously Capaul. So anyways, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's
thank you.
awesome.
Excited.
It's awesome. And as you know, it's sad because our Twins Days got canceled this year. So to all of our twin family out in America, Canada, Mexico, other places, Argentina,
Globally.
we want to say we're thinking about you as twins. First of all, I want to get into a weird story here. So I know that you two sang for the president, and kind of like Marilyn Monroe, little bit different, but you guys sang.
Maybe not so sexified.
Well, Mr. President.
We were wearing Catholic school uniforms.
Well, I mean that is
Yeah.
part of the
And an
thing.
oversized Oxford shirt.
Well, of course. I mean, because we'll get into that. We don't need to talk about that right now.
Okay.
You guys sang for George W.
Yes.
And where was this at?
This was at
DTE.
DTE when he came to talk about like nuclear power and all that.
The Monroe plant.
Yeah.
Set the stage. Tell us the story. This has got to be a pretty exciting story.
Do you want to tell it or do you want me to tell it?
I mean, we did just watch the video the other day.
We
so
did,
it's fresh in our
actually. It is
minds.
very fresh. So basically, my dad was the director of project management at DTE, and they were talking about needing someone to sing the national anthem. And he said, well, my twin girls sing the national anthem, and he was saying this to the Secret Service guy. His name was Eric at the
Normal
time.
thing.
Yeah. And he said, well, Bill, they're going to have to try out. So
William. Okay.
Bill, but it's actually Bill. Anyway, so Eric says to William, they're going to have to try out. So he brought us over one afternoon after school, and we tried out, and he stopped us midway, and he said, okay, that's good, you got the part. Yeah, and it was fun. And we sang.
So we sang before. They wanted students to lead the events
Yes.
beforehand. So one student did the Pledge of Allegiance, and we did the national anthem. We sang, and right after we sang, George Bush came up, he gave a speech, and then when he was done, he shook everybody's hands, and we got the famous twin hug with President Bush. So
I
that was
remember
pretty cool.
asking, can I give you a hug? And I was so anxiously waiting that hug while he was shaking someone else's hand, and then someone else's hand, and then he finally
Just
gave us
waiting
the twin hug.
for that hug.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What if he would have said no?
I would have hugged him anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
there you have it, America. Oh, can you please do a little ditty? I'll be President Bush,
we have
and
not-
I'll make the hug as awkward as
Oh, I
possible.
thought you meant sing. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can sing too.
We have not sang that national anthem in a very long time.
No, not
Just
right
do
now.
a little ditty. Do a little ditty.
No, that's too high.
Wait, you get harmonies.
No, you're
That's too low.
This happens all the time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early can't with you.
Nick and I will do
Okay.
one later.
Yes, you can do one later.
USA! USA forever. So did you see George's twins? Because he has twins.
He does have twins,
does.
but they were
George Bush,
no,
did
we're
he
not
did he
there.
bring the twins on?
No, they weren't there.
They were home.
I send this out to George Dub's twins. If you get this, send us a video back because we're pretty upset that we didn't get to see you or they didn't get to see you. They didn't give you hugs. This could be hugs all around. I give you hug, you give me hug. It's a hug. Go.
It's a hug marathon.
All right, I'm looking at my notes here. So the second thing we're going to talk about, Amy, I want to talk about your workouts that you're putting on Instagram. Now, I don't know if you know this, but there is a lot of creeps out there watching your workouts. Some good, some bad. And I will be honest, I would like you to show us a little bit of your moves that you were doing.
In these shoes?
You were doing this one with this is why I wore this shirt today. You did a hula one. We did like
I
this
was
hula.
dancing to the music that was
So how
on.
does this work? You do a little dance, you do a little workout. Tell us about it.
Well, I really just do my workouts, but when I'm feeling it, I like to dance a little bit because it just makes it more fun. And then I get into the workout.
Do you know that
I'm
your
feeling-
husband's in the back with the underwear?
Yes. He's my cheerleader.
Okay, so he's okay with you doing workouts.
He's off for it.
Can you show us a little bit?
In these shoes?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you...
These boots were made for walking, right? Or working out. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to take a drink for this. Can I take a drink?
I'll do it with you if that makes you more comfortable, but I can tell you this. It might be a little bit R-rated. Where's
It's not R-rated.
Where's the ninja?
We're drinking my Ninja, by the way, with each workout, so it gives me energy. Yeah. I can't. I have to take this off. Ningxia.
Ningxia.
From China. Ningxia.
Right.
From China. Can I take this off?
Racist. Wow, I'm sorry, China. Show us a little bit. Let's just do a little.
It's just a basic.
Do the hula one.
I was dancing. I was dancing.
Yeah,
with
okay,
Pitbull.
all right.
And then
Pitbull.
And then into my workout.
There you go. Okay, you do some squats and some. I mean, yeah, well,
some jump squats.
there you go. Perfect. Awesome. It's not sweaty up here to begin with, so I mean, this is like hot yoga up here.
Yeah. And then
The bunny hop. The bunny hop is always good. You do a couple blurpee, blurps. Yep. This is what happens on Capaul's Corner.
lunges. Jump squats.
Wow, Capaul's getting into it.
There are some
This
guys on
is-
Instagram loving it.
This is amazing. Thank you.
You get the
Thank
picture.
you so much, Amy, for showing us that. That is awesome.
You're welcome.
And I don't know if the world knows this, but Capaul actually kind of looks like Pitbull. So when you said that, it's a double entendre. A trandru.
A Tron
Snort?
There was some snorting.
Thank you for the snort, and thank you. I'm wearing jorts, you're doing snorts. You know, there we go. Perfect. Here we go.
Heels, you're welcome.
So there was my other note. So I like your workouts. I think that America loves your workouts.
I'm just trying to,
It's a little bit, you know.
help America get fit.
Is it weird that a lot of 12-year-old boys are watching those exercises? Okay.
No, because
All
they're
right,
not watching.
moving on. All right, so we talked about the healthy workouts. We talked about singing with Bush, which I think is incredible, guys. You don't understand how cool that is. So you both are married.
Yes.
So let's talk about married life.
Let's talk about marriage.
She's been married longer, so she can go first.
Well, marriage is like any relationship. Takes work to make it work.
Okay.
So I teach communication. Life is about communication, and communication is our behaviors. In marriage, you communicate all the time. Verbally, non-verbally, and it's really about how are you communicating with each other. Is it open or not? So always got to keep lines of communication open. It's hard sometimes, especially when you got kids. Takes a lot of work and you go through hard times, but with marriage you make that commitment. Commitment means sometimes things get really hard, but you ride the waves and you come out strong. So
And boy, are those waves rocky sometimes.
waves are rocky, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. So marriage is fun.
It sure is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure is. Amy, go ahead.
Well, I am still considered.
Wait,
a
are you with
newlywed.
Gary's son?
I'm with Gary's son,
So Gary had a son, and he named him.
Garrison.
Oh, okay.
Garrison.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh, and he was big into Gary's son
Gary's
was.
son
Well,
is
Gary's son was
Garrison.
big into like the old castles, and he wanted to make sure his son was named after a garrison, right?
Yeah.
No, Gary had a son and he named him Gary's son.
Gary's son.
So you
And then
could say
Gary.
that's
According
Gary's
to
son.
Mitch.
Wait,
it
if
was
Gary's son had a son, would that be a triple Gary son? That'd be Gary son times 3, or would it be a squire? Boo! Sorry, I tried. All right, let's
She
talk
didn't know
about.
about the Gary and Gary son.
Let's
though.
talk about your. Let's talk about your husband in your married life. How is it?
It's good. I guess we're still considered newlyweds.
Mm-hmm.
We got married last August, so about a year.
Okay.
And our wedding was amazing. Well, our moms weren't there. That was hard, but it was a really, really fun day. We've kind of traveled a lot so far this year, and we actually went to Chattanooga, Tennessee at the end of May for his 30th birthday.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun. We went hiking. We saw his friends Chip and Hillary. Shout out to Chip and Hillary. Who were...
down, Rescue Rangers. Sorry,
It's great. Who are amazing hosts.
couldn't help myself.
And we are planning to go to St. Lucia again at the end of October. So that's
a couple
actually,
months away.
I haven't been on
Yeah,
a
I
single
know.
vacation.
I'm excited. We're trying to go on all our vacations
right.
before we have kids. So that's our plan. We're trying to do these vacations real quick, and then
Get them in now.
and then bust out those babies.
How many?
So-
How many children would you like to have?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Probably 3.
And you
sure
have
about
you have
that?
2.
I have 2.
And is that the Ensky Kapinski, or do you want to
I
have
don't
some
know what
more?
that means.
Ensky
the
Kapinski.
Okay. No. Hubby wants a boy. So
You gonna keep going? So it could be
Going.
7 girls
could
and
be
then a boy.
7 girls until we get a boy.
Perfect.
So,
What a perfect household.
but we do have 2 beautiful girls.
Well, not everybody
so,
can be perfect like me and have
Yeah.
a girl and a boy right away.
Yeah,
Just
you know.
Lucky.
it's just. It's
See,
genes,
I would love to be
you know?
able to have a boy right away and then a girl. But
Whoa,
obviously,
that sounds pretty sexy.
I know, I want
Why
like the
can't-
big brother aspect, you know?
Why can't you have a big sister?
You can have a big sister. I will be happy with a healthy baby, whatever God blesses me with, as long as it's a healthy baby.
Good grief.
I want a healthy baby. Everybody
No,
wants a
everybody
healthy
wants a
baby.
healthy baby.
But if I could choose, I would like, a boy, big brother, and then a girl.
Moving on. I was getting bored there for a second. All right, so Beth, you both are into Young Living Oils, correct? And Beth, you just got executive, which
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank
That-
you.
That is awesome. What does that mean, and how did you get there?
So executive is one of the ranks. Like many MLM companies, there's ranks that you go for. And with business building, you just reach different ranks and bring people along with you into wellness. So executive is the 3rd rank.
Okay.
And to be honest, I never actually thought I would even get there. I never planned to do the business. And I just really loved the products and the whole mission of chemical-free living and healthier living. And I just started cheering and brought people along with me. And we sort of formed this community. And I just decided I wanted to start doing the business because working from home with the kids, it was a really great opportunity to do that. And it was something I really enjoyed. Something I'm passionate about. I enjoy doing the work.
Okay.
Whereas, sometimes teaching online, it's like, oh, I got to grade papers. But this is something I really look forward to, and it's fun to do. And so when you can enjoy the work you do and create community and share something that you love, it's really great. So I was not even expecting to hit that rank, and it just sort of happened, and
That-
it's a lot of fun.
Well,
It's fun. Yeah.
Congratulations from
Thank
the
you.
Capaul's Corner crew. And you also do stuff with Young Living too,
Yeah,
right?
I actually just hit a rank 2 recently, Senior Star. She's been doing it a year longer, so she's a little further
Right, she's
ahead.
better.
Just a little bit. I mean, she is the teacher.
I mean, it's going to take you 5 years to get where she's at right now. Well, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That you don't know what you're doing.
So I do she's my cheerleader. I get a lot of ideas from my sister. So, but I got into it shortly after Beth did, and our passion really came from the idea of wanting to live a toxic-free, just natural lifestyle, because there's so many people these days diagnosed with cancer and dying, and especially experimenting that, firsthand with our mother. And then my mother-in-law, they both died from cancer at a young age. And not saying that the living they were doing or the lifestyles they were doing is what caused the cancer. Nobody knows that except God. But
Right.
I mean, that was the common denominator, and it's the common denominator for a lot of stay-at-home moms who are constantly cleaning with the chemicals and all the toxic crap that you find in commercial products these days. And we started learning about all that. And
Right.
that's how we got into Young Living. And it's not just an essential oil company. It's essential oils, it's cleaning products, it's baby care, it's personal care, makeup. Anything you can think of that you really need. All plant-based, all natural. So it's a lot of fun educating about it. And as a nurse, sometimes I get like a lot of flack for it. And people will be like, oh, this is just quack medicine. I can't believe you're,
Because they know so
encouraging.
much about.
Right. I can't believe you're encouraging this. But first of all, I don't really care what they think. And secondly, as a nurse, I think it's important to try to encourage people to live the best lifestyle they can live so that they can maybe prevent getting sick. And of course, there's definitely a place for medicine. I work in the field.
Right.
But if you can prevent getting sick and stay as healthy as you can, then why not?
Absolutely. And I do think knowledge is power.
Yep.
And we're
Absolutely.
talking to a nurse and a teacher, so you guys are rank very high in what I feel about you guys, because nurses are incredible and teachers are, and it's sad because both of you, I don't think, are paid enough, to be honest. And I do think that you guys deserve a lot more, not only pay, but credit, because you are keeping us safe and you are keeping us knowledgeable. So I think that's awesome. So
Thank you.
good for you on that. That's cool. But let's move on, because I want to talk about the last section, which is we talked about Twins Days being canceled. So I'm going to go on the Twins a little bit. So I got some questions, and I'm going to kind of go back and forth, and we can answer them. You can agree or disagree the other twin, but that's it. You can't say your opinion on it.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Lizzie on this one. Lizzie, who's the party twin? And why?
Really?
Why is she the party twin? Well,
More
I think
than you, I guess.
I think at this point in our lives, she's the party twin.
Of course.
Because I'm a mom. I don't even remember the last date I went on. So yeah,
You need to go on it.
definitely at this point in our
Gabriel,
lives, she is the
take
party
her on a
twin.
Gabe.
And
Take her
I
out.
mean, they just went to Tennessee this past weekend, and we were lucky if we finished a half a glass of wine while watching an episode.
That's hard. When you have a half a glass of wine, you're passed out after that. If
Right.
you're married and you have kids.
Right, but I mean, if we rewined 10 years, I was definitely the party twin.
Gabe, you need to wine and
Yeah.
dine. Amy, do you agree with that statement?
Maybe now, but definitely she was the party twin in college because I had no college
Ooh,
life.
Okay.
I went to nursing school and I studied and worked out and came home and ate dinner and studied some more every day. The whole time I was in nursing school. Might have gone on a motorcycle ride with my boyfriend at the time. That's
Whoa!
was
That's
so
too crazy
thrilling.
there. Vroom, vroom. All right.
That's
All
not
right.
it.
Amy, this one goes to you. Who's the evil twin? No. Why?
because she yells at me all the time.
Tough love.
Do you deserve the yelling?
No.
Tough love.
You're not the evil twin.
Beth, would you agree with that or disagree with that?
She
No
yells at
comment.
me a lot.
I plead the
From
fifth.
her perspective, yes, I'm the evil twin. From my perspective, because everything's about perception,
Mm-hmm.
right? From my perspective, no, it's just me being honest and trying to help.
Yeah, but you say it in such a mean way sometimes.
It's my
I know,
mom
you called it-
voice.
This is
Your
a
voice
30-foot
is so.
pole.
But I'm
It's
not
my
your
mom
child.
voice.
I
Your
love
voice is
Nick.
so kind. Your voice is so
starting to hit home,
condescending.
Sure is. I would say Nick is the evil twin. So I would assume he would say yes, absolutely. So going on
I
to
just
the
make
next
executive decisions, okay?
one. Lizzie, back to you.
Someone has to.
Excuse me. Lizzie, going back to you. Who is the more successful twin? Me. And
But
why
define
do you say that?
success.
Yeah.
You
Define-
define success. I just asked the question.
Financially?
I didn't say financially. No, I said successful.
You
That's
have to
your
define
perception.
success.
There's your perception.
Yeah.
Amy, would you agree with that or disagree with that?
I'd be neutral, honestly, because success can be financially, it can be with your faith.
If
it
you're
can be with
quoting
your
John
marriage.
Wooden, success is achieving the highest potential that you're capable of. So.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just listened to a podcast on this.
Right.
So
If you would say doTERRA, you would say everybody's successful and everybody's loved.
if we're talking like Young Living wise.
Moving on, you know.
So you're
and
successful.
Amy, you get the last question here. Who is a better cook?
Me, for sure.
Oh,
Actually,
I don't know.
That might be a tie.
I don't know.
We both really like to cook.
I think we should
And when
ask
I have
husbands
when I have
on
the
this, 'cause
time, I really
think-
enjoy cooking. But I
I've
don't always
really
have the
loved your
time.
meals, but then one time you came over to my house and I made chicken chili, white bean chicken chili, and you said, "Wait a minute, you cook this? No, Mom didn't cook it. You cook this?"
Gary's son or Gabe, if you're
I was the
if you
first
see this
person to find my
episode,
mom's pasta
tell us who
recipe,
you
and
think is a better cook.
I created
'cause
it
that's who's
first.
really
I
good.
recreated it.
Maybe I
so.
should talk to your children.
They're pretty young.
I don't
but
have
sure.
children yet to test my food. But Garrison always likes it. Gary's son always
Sophia
likes
likes my cookie balls.
Well,
You know what? I knew you have
there you have it,
I knew
America. Everybody loves cookie balls. Everybody loves identical twins. Thank you for being on the show, both you twins. You're amazing, incredible, and that's August Ben signing off. Thank you. Tune in to next month, September, the month of love.
I think it is the month of love if you're talking to Rachel Hollis.
If you keep talking, they got to keep the cameras on.